Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm going to bring you a replay in the T62A on Himmelsdorf Standard Battle. Now this is one of my first battles in the T62A since they buffed its rate of fire a while back. I'm going to be platooned with Darth in Ireland again. And heads up, for people who don't like premium rounds being fired, avert your gaze or switch off the video, you're not going to like this one. Quite a bit of heat gets fired this game. Although in my defense, it's Himmelsdorf and I'm fighting a 279E and a Jaeger from the start, so I'm mainly just a 279E more than no else. And if you play a 279E, you just have to expect premium rounds to get fired at you. So, as this game starts, I'm already decided I'm going to drive to one of the windows in the middle of the map. Because the T62A, over the 140, has an amazing turret. And this T62A was my first tier 10 Russian medium, and I specifically chose it over the 140, which I knew most people seem to prefer, the 140, because of the extra gun depression and speed. But I like the idea of having the extra turret armor for like my aggressive playstyle. Made me feel a bit more safe. And see, in this window I am hull down, so just putting a couple shots into the 279, and then I have to move a bit to the right to get more shots in. But the thing is, from this window to the right, I'm not too sure if a bit of my hull might be exposed. Granted, it'd be at a really good angle, so I don't mind risking it against the 279E, but I don't want to risk getting hit in the hull by a Jagdpanzer 100, who's just appeared down the road. So what's going to happen is after I fire the shot, I'm going to move back to the hull down window, and then I'm quite happy to sit in front of him. He misses, but I don't even think he would have penned me if he did hit. E's now in one of the windows. Try to get a bit of a cupola snipe here in a moment. Well, I'll try to hit the hull at first. And then the Jaeger comes back. So again, I'm in the smaller window, just give me easier shots. Gonna fire one more, and then I'm gonna back up to the hull down window. And again, I feel perfectly safe here. I'm not gonna say I bounce a Jagdpanzer 100 heat shell. So T62A turret, really nice. It did also have slightly better accuracy than the 140, but barely noticeable. So the turret armor used to be the only thing going for it over a 140, but now it has the extra turret armor and a slight DPM improvement over the 140. And to be fair, I don't even think this tank needed a buff. I actually thought the turret armor alone, with the improved gun handling, actually made it, pretty decent option before. But if Wargaming want the buff tanks that I like playing, I'm not going to complain with that. So right now I'm waiting in a bit of a good ambush position for the enemy heavy tanks pushing down the road there, so that I can get side shots in them. What's going to happen is they start taking their time, and it's like they're not showing up. So what's going to happen is I'm going to think, okay, I'm going to stop being in my good position, I'm going to move forward. But right as I move forward, they start pushing. So I go to duck into this window. Get a couple shots at the E5, then I think an Emil or a Kronwagen shows up. Get a shot into him, and thankfully these enemies aren't looking at me, otherwise I'd have been screwed. I did get caught out there a little bit. Bad timing on when to move. So what happens, I'm going to turn around, I'm going to come down this road to help our French heavy tank against the E5. Race down, I'm going to put the first shot with auto lock because I'm at close range. I'm going to manually aim the other one. Our French heavy's going to miss a shot. Or shoot at someone else, should I say. Not miss. That was the wrong thing to say. It's almost like he knew I was going to handle the E5, so he ignored him. So fair play to the French heavy. Unfortunately, I'm trying to get past him here, but I can't quite get past his fat French ass. So instead, I'm just going to fucking leave. And go back to deal with the 279E and the other guys. Now, something to bear in mind is they have a lot of scary TDs. I think an E4, 268 version 5, and a ship barn. I want you to remember, the first tank that I actually saw at the start of this game on the enemy team was the ship barn driving towards the train tracks. So the ship barn was the first enemy tank I saw. Remember that for later. I crashed into the fountain like a nipple. Take a shot from 279E. Again, I had APCR loaded. I switched back to heat because 279E things. Unfortunately, this angle through the window is a bit awkward for me to pan him. So I'm going to get a window shot onto the French heavy. And I was going to go back for the 270, but I realised there might be some TDs shooting me in the ass. I don't want to get shot by those. So APCR is loaded again. Then heat again for the 279A. Going to try and reverse side scrape him. Then he's around that corner. I realise the TDs are my biggest threat. 270's gun's pretty shit. 440 Alpha, pretty low rate of fire. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot the E4, and I see him coming behind me. I'm going to let him shoot me, you can have it. Finish off the E4, and now he's drove out here and he's picked a bad fight here because I massively out DPM him. Unfortunately for me, I've just fired my last heat shell, so now I can't pen him frontal without pull a snipe. So as I back up, I'm going to change my tactics, and instead of even trying to pen him, I'm just going to track him for my team. And the French heavy I helped out earlier is now here to help me. So 270's been dealt with. We've got 275 that I don't want to risk getting shot by. French heavy drives out trying to bait him. And what's going to happen is the French heavy's going to drive to the left of the buildings along with one other teammate, and then as they go around one way, I'm going to go around the other way. Which means I'm going to get to farm this pretty healthy Russian TD, but there's someone in the enemy team who I've completely forgotten even exists. And I've forgotten that they have a ship barn somewhere on their team, because right as I drive forward, ship barn appears from around the corner and nukes me. So he was the first person I saw in the enemy team this game, and I forgot he existed. So that kind of didn't do me too well. Gonna skip to the end of the battle here because it took a bit of time when my team went to cap and chased the last guy. But overall, the buff to T62A was a bit unnecessary in my opinion, but I'm not going to complain. And it really allows you to pump out the damage. So just under 6,700 damage, 740 assistance, 2k blocked, 4 kills, ace tanker, and a high caliber. And I'm doing pretty good towards the third mark as well. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you all in the next one.